EFF President Julius Malema is taking aim at MacG and PENUEL, and his comments are raising eyebrows. Malema questioned how PENUEL is being financially supported, asking, "How do you finance a person who refuses to pay maintenance? But is there more happening behind the scenes? Are political interests secretly funding influential voices? And why is Malema putting MacG and PENUEL under the spotlight?" Watch as we unpack the explosive remarks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
Let me tell you, MacG, he thinks he's special. He thinks wearing flip-flops is something special. And what is that? Why would you even be shaken by something like? Why would you follow? If you are a thinker, why would you follow something like that? There is a guy here called PENUEL. How do you finance a person who refuses to pay maintenance? Criminals all over because of men like PENUEL. Let me tell you, MacG, that thing is called MacG podcast. It's a political party, that thing. It's a political party. Its role is to depoliticize the youth. It's a political party formed to depoliticize the youth. That is his role. That's why he drinks alcohol during presentation, making alcohol fashionable and telling those who are calling themselves chillers that when you are chilling, you must drink. And then speak loosely about everything black and African. So cheaply. And then when we attend to him, he says, they want to cancel me. He thinks he's special. He thinks wearing flip-flops is something special. He wears flip-flops and insult and attack every black person, attack Mini Dlamini, attack all of these things. And what is that? Why would you even be shaken by something like? Why would you follow? If you are a thinker, why would you follow something like that? At least Mbuiseni gave you something to listen to. If you want to learn something, he calls people there of stature who think, who talk sense. I was watching him yesterday with that former police commissioner, the white guy. 5 years. So why would you even be worried about MacG? MacG, if you remember, last year, 2004, they registered some boy, I don't know if he was from Free State or something. JJ. They campaigned for JJ to be registered as an independent candidate. JJ did not even get anything to get him into Free State legislature. So why would you be worried about MacG? What influence does he have? Let him go and campaign for JJ. So why would you think he's influential? People know the difference. We may like you as a pastor, but not in politics. We may like you as you make a very good businessman, Patrice Motsepe. We speak about you. We give our children examples about you. The day you do politics, we stop. You must know that. Yasuka, we are fighting. That's how it works. So let them do what they think they are good at. There's this one of Rise Mzanzi. Lukona Mnguni. He was masquerading as a political analyst, insulting us every day. He's tired. Now he's coming out like his principal Songes. So what? We know what we're dealing with. These are political formations that are masquerading as a podcast, as media, as this, as that. They harbor very strong political opinions. And they get finance. How does Rise Muzanzi get given so much money in less than no time? And it gets funded by an NGO that got founded in less. You get formed today. In 3 months, you can fund people 3 million. Where did you get it? 10 million, 15 million. Mashaba. With all of your money, because we assume making money, maybe you're clever than us and you can think. Why would you give Mashaba 45 million? Shaba. With all of your money, because we assume making money, maybe you're clever than us and you can think. Why would you give Mashaba 45 million? Let's take Mashaba's 45 million and put it here. And take the people that are elected to serve in parliament, in the legislature, in the legislature, yes. And calculate how much money they will pay back to Action SA in the next 5 years. They will never get that 45 million back in party levies. So, Nxumalo is another friend of mine who was mentioned at the commission. You must know now, if you are my friend, even if they mention you wrongly, I will never run away from you. I will never pretend I don't know you. I know him. He was overseas the past 3 days. Then he tells me they were in a function with some white millionaires who know South African politics better than him and who know you guys by names. And then he says, it's so interesting that we don't know anything about their country, but they know everything about our country. I said, no, we know everything about their country. We are just not invested in their politics. So they put money in South Africa. That's why they want to know who's going to be the mayor of Joburg. Their properties are here. I ask him, I say, ask him, whoever who knows politics of South Africa, ask him if he stays in London, what business does he do in London? He doesn't do any business in London. All of their businesses are here. So they use the money here to finance their lifestyle overseas. That's why they're invested to know who's the next mayor. Is this mayor going to rent my office park and pay rent that is going to pay my rent in London and pay my lifestyle? None of us here can afford to give any of the political parties 45 million. No one can afford, except the Oppenheimers. They too, they are invested in the politics of South Africa because their business is here. And they don't trust that the EFF will look after us. You know, the EFF is the best organization to invest in. Because once you deliver to the poorest of the poor, the rich will no longer have to build walls. They will enjoy the beautiful views of their gardens. Because they will have no poor to fear. The poor will be receiving employment, will be receiving service delivery. Today they are building high walls because they know what they've done. They stole from the majority and they're scared the majority one day will rise against them. What do? They come around. Finance every podcast. There is a guy here called PENUEL. How do you finance a person who refuses to pay maintenance? Maintenance. Mara patele maintenance. Criminals all over because of men like PENUEL who are not paying maintenance. Where now you proudly associate yourself with such a person and then regard such a person as an influencer. Shame on you.